Have you ever walked into a room and felt invisible? You speak, but no one really listens. You offer an idea at work and it's talked over. You try to be nice, thinking it will earn you friends, but instead it makes you a doormat. You feel the need to explain yourself, to fill every silence with a nervous laugh or a useless The world is loud. Most people think that to be heard, they need to shout louder. They are wrong. In the world of high-status communication and social architecture, the loudest person in the room is often the weakest. Today we are tearing down the old architecture of trying too hard. We are building something new. This is the silent authority protocol. In this episode, you won't just learn how to be quiet. You will learn how to make your silence the heaviest thing in the room. You will learn how to turn your presence into a foundation of power that others cannot ignore. Think about your last trip to a coffee shop, or a bank, or an office lobby. Look at the person behind the counter. They deal with hundreds of people every single day. Most of those people are leaking power. They fumble with their phones. They apologize for being slow, even when they aren't. They talk too much because they are nervous. Now imagine the person who walks up, makes calm, steady eye contact, gives a simple nod and waits. They don't fidget. They don't fill the space with filler words. They don't ask for permission to exist. That person commands the space because they aren't seeking approval. This is the glitch in human nature. We do not respect those who ask for respect. We respect those who assume it. When you over-explain, you are telling the world that you are afraid of being misunderstood. When you talk too fast, you are telling the world your time is less valuable than theirs. True leadership, true influence, is built on the foundation of silent authority. Power moves slowly. High-status individuals have what we call low-kinesics. This means they don't make unnecessary movements. They don't touch their face. They don't adjust their tie every 5 seconds. They are still. Your body is the first thing people read before you ever open your mouth. If your hands are shaking or your eyes are darting around, you've already lost the room. To apply the stillness anchor, do this. The next time you are in a meeting or a conversation, imagine a heavy gold chain pulling you toward the ground. Feel your feet go flat. Keep your hands visible but still. Pause when you stop moving, people start looking. Stillness is a signal of a calm mind. And a calm mind is a dangerous mind. Silence is the ultimate psychological weapon. Most people are terrified of it. They feel an itch in their brain to fill the gap. But in a negotiation or a professional debate, the person who speaks first after a pause usually loses. Here is the protocol. When someone asks you a question, especially a tough one, do not answer immediately. Count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Look them in the eye. Let the silence hang there like a weight. This does 2 things. First, it shows you aren't reactive. You aren't a puppet. Second, it makes your eventual answer 10 times more valuable because you vetted it in the silence. Silence doesn't mean you don't have an answer. It means you have the power to choose when to give it. There is a difference between staring and seeing. Low-status people look away first. They look at the floor. They look at their shoes. High-status people, the sovereign builders, hold the gaze. But don't make the mistake of being aggressive. Aggression is just another form of insecurity. Instead, use soft eye contact. Relax the muscles around your eyes. Look at the person as if you already know their secrets. When you combine stillness, the strategic pause, and unshakable eye contact, you aren't just a person anymore. You are an authority. You are the architect of the interaction. Imagine your life 3 months from now. You walk into your office. You don't rush to say hello to everyone. You simply nod. You sit down. People notice. During a high-stakes meeting, someone tries to interrupt you. You don't get angry. You don't speak over them. You simply stop. You wait. You let their noise die out in the silence you've created. When you finally speak, the room is so quiet you could hear a pin drop. This is not magic. It is social architecture. It is the result of mastering your own nature so you can master the nature of others. You are no longer the one seeking approval. You are the one who gives it. You are the sovereign builder of your own life. But remember, silence is only your shield. It is half the battle. The other half is what happens when people try to take advantage of your newfound power. They will try to pull you back into your old habits. They will try to make you the nice guy again. To truly protect your status, you need to understand the traps of people-pleasing. That is why your next step in the foundations is essential. Click here to watch our series video number 2. Why being too nice is ruining your life.